So I decided to replace this shaft here. One, this has got a big ass hole in it, and two, this rubber right here, I think it's adding to a little bit of, not looseness, but I don't know how to explain it, free play if you would. So I'm gonna pull this out, replace them with actual joints. They look like U joints. They're for like the old school hot rods, so you can put them through the frame and stuff, but it doesn't have slop like that. So all right, I gotta pull this out so I can measure the splines on that side and on that side, figure out which ones to order. So okay, so I have to count these teeth, so I just marked one yellow so I know where I'm counting, and then the same thing here. All right, screw that. That's hella cumbersome and complicated to try and count it on there. So I'm gonna count it on here because this isn't in the car, so it should be easier. Should be. All right, back to it. Okay, that didn't work. I threw it on the ground. It's over there somewhere, but you can't count it on there because the whole thing doesn't have teeth. Like that has teeth, this one has teeth. You can't do that on the shaft. So yeah, back to counting it on there. I got like 3 different numbers when I counted it last time, so that didn't work. So let's see if it works this time. I think that steering box is out of a Monte Carlo, and that steering column, who knows? But I don't think it's factory. Someone like, long story anyways. So I'm gonna order that stuff and hope that I don't waste $100 and something per joint. So wish me. So parts came in. It's for the steering box. For the steering column. Pull here, it's a telescoping steering shaft, that's what it's called. I'm gonna go ahead and mount these up, take my measurements for the rod, and get to it. So I didn't show it here, but I used a piece of welding rod to measure the distance I needed to cut. Okay, so that's it in. All I did now was put it in place, mark where these need to be divoted a little bit, just for the set screws. So what I chose to do, you can decide really, but I want this to have as much movement as possible. The point of having this is so if you get in a front end collision, this shaft will go into this shaft instead of the whole steering column going into your face. So this has as much movement as possible, which put that in a kind of precarious place, but yeah, so this is set on the back side where it needs to be, and then the rod, you know, can move. So like to take this out, I could just pull this whole thing out. See, it's out. So which for you big block guys will be a godsend, because you have to unbolt the motor mount, all kind of stuff to get this big block passenger side header in. But yeah, I'm gonna paint this and drill this now. So I don't know, I think I'm just gonna clear coat it. I'm not sure yet, I haven't decided, but we'll see. All right, back to it. So I'm drilling the divots so that the set screws can sit in, and I'm drilling a hole through one side. The open side needs a hole drilled through it. Sorry the dryer's going, but I just clear coated it, just sanded it, got the mill scale off, sanded it, clear coated it. It's probably gonna cause me problems putting it back on, but I don't want to paint it black. I wanted to get brushed finish ones of these, but they had one in brushed and one not, so at least that's what their website shows and Summit shows, so whatever. So I just didn't want it like that, and then I couldn't find a stainless one of these, which I probably could have, I just didn't look hard enough. So anyways, I don't know if I would clear coat that. I'd probably paint it, because this got a slide. I know when I slide this right now it's gonna suck, so just you know, keep that in mind. Now let's put it back together. So back to it. it's in, it's tight, it's done. One less thing to worry about. See, I'm putting this front end back together. Yeah, came out really good. It's Flaming Rivers joints, barks and shaft. It's a telescoping shaft. Just again to give you guys the part numbers. If I had to give you any advice, just make sure you measure. Forget what you see on YouTube, my channel as well. But this is what I'm running. So I wouldn't even run what I'm running because I don't remember if this box is from a Monte Carlo or a Chevelle. And also, like my box has a flat on it, and I wasn't counting for the flat. So Flaming Rivers told me count half the shaft and then double it if you have a flat, because they do account for the flat. And then yeah, that side was just pure, it just counted it, and what it came up to, that's what I got, and it fit. Keep in mind that one side, like this is a 3/4, and then that's a 1 inch, so you got to do like 30 to a 3/4 double D, and then, or 1 inch double D, 3/4 double D to, I think that's 36, 26, 36, I don't know, I just showed it. So yeah, next thing is alignment. Let me get in here and show you guys how the wheel is. I don't think I can get both in one shot, but you can see that. Barely tapping it. That's what I was looking for. Right there's no play, no nothing, just direct. It feels hella tight. So let's see if it feels the same on the road. Anyway, enough talking. If you guys any questions, I'll try and help you as best I can, but there's a lot of info online. I'd say just call Flaming Rivers, man. Measure both sides and just call Flaming.